Oh, yes. We are back for another episode of Fluxtaposed. I am Jason Lacey. Welcome to if a podcast could be the random channel of the internet, it'd be Fluxtaposed. Happy you're here, though. Lucas Rose is here.
Hey.
How's it going?
It's going well. I mean, as well as can be expected. I got this.
Oh, Genesee. Oh, G Genesee. G Genesee. And look at that guy playing the drum set over there, Mr. Sean Capri.
I don't know if I'm beat or off beat. All I know is I'm here for a good time and probably a long time, to be honest with you. This is a long show. It's like, what do we do? Like 2 hours, 2.5 hours?
Let's make it 3.
Let's make 3. Oh,
I'm in for the long haul, guys. I'm committed to you.
Oh, hi, Sean.
Hi, Jason. Hi, Dave.
Hi, Dave.
Hi, Lucas.
Hi, Dave.
Hi, Rybo.
Hey, boys. I just want
guys, I'm excited to be here. I'm so.
All right, good show.
Okay, bye.
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 And that's that.
Rest in peace, Bobby.
Bye. Oh, Bobby.
What do you guys want
to do? Play bingo. I like bingo.
Sweet.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Don't hear that often.
I think we should do that. If you guys can play NHL 94 or whatever through the power of the internet, surely we can get a game of bingo going.
That's true. There's got to be a mobile game, perhaps, a bingo that we can do.
Maybe we could play Words with Friends, just all on our phones, just like instead of podcasting together, we're all just staring down at our phone. Like, your turn, and we stare down at our phone again.
Oh my god!
Remember that? Remember, what was it? Drawing with Friends? Was that what
I played that one? I played Words with Friends.
Yeah, it was something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember. Words with Friends with benefits.
It was like, I've never played that one. Never.
Come on.
I feel like whenever we invite you into our internet hole, it just goes off. It goes off the rails always, and we go. Let's face it. Last time we talked about making a baby in a dryer with a dirty tube sock.
Gosh, that was a long time ago.
We've grown up so much since
you recall. So, luckily, we keep it together on
dads.
Like when we go to your networks, we have to have professional appearances. We have to keep it level. You know?
I wasn't gonna say it, but now that I'm here, and I don't know, I just feel like way more like relaxed. That this is a better show for life, I think.
Sean comes out here, he's like, I'm free, I can cut loose.
I don't have to like click the buttons. Yes. Yeah, I just threw Link in at Chelsea and was like, please feed the baby. I'm going to go hang out with my internet friends. So thanks. Thanks for having me, guys.
Hey.
Of course.
How does it feel to be I'm gonna say a high demand podcast? Ooh, it's like every week.
Wow.
It's like you're on. Yeah, I mean,
I don't look at it that. I just like hanging out with my friends, honestly. And for this show, you guys don't have guests on all the time. So you asked me this, was it this morning or was it yesterday? You're like, just confirming, and I'm like, I've had that. Like when I set a notification, it's like get me hyped starting 7 days before Google Calendar. Let's start this countdown.
Well, yeah, I asked you, like, I think it was like last week. I was like, hey, did you still want to come on? And you're like, Google Calendar says yes.
Yeah, right? I'm very excited. This is awesome. I'm very humbled that, again, you guys don't have a lot of people on, so I'm pumped to be here.
Well, we don't want someone to throw off our mojo. You know, we've got pretty strict guidelines and rules for the flow of this podcast. And without that, I mean,
you got your rule book in the mail, right? We usually send that out before people can be on the show. Custom. Yeah. It's got your name
like
on
all my thank you cards to our executive producers. Like every one of them. I don't know what happened. They just all arrived all at once. I'm like, maybe you could have not destroyed them on the way there and back too. Like there's just like stains on them, and like one of them's cut up. I'm like, what happened?
At first, where you're like, oh, all my executive producers sent thank yous back to my thank you card.
Amazing. They like created the exact same custom cards that I made. That's awesome. Super cool. So no, now that those are all destroyed, the best thing I can do is just have these little. I got these little puppies. These cards right here. I'm gonna have to do them all over again. But you know what? It's gonna take too long to show you guys. This is nonsense. This is exactly what you're talking about. It just goes off the rails. I fell into your trap.
That's our secret. We don't have any rails.
That's why sometimes it's a double-edged sword doing a show like this, because sometimes, you know, you want to be topical, or you want to have, like, for instance, you'd be like, oh, what did Nintendo do this week? We can talk about that. Mm-hmm. But we don't always go there. So sometimes it's like, I guess we're going to talk about how I had diarrhea yesterday.
Oh, no. Do you want to talk about that?
No. BMs are good.
He really did have diarrhea, but he doesn't want to talk about it now.
One time, while we're talking about poop time, every 2 weeks I've worked out this thing where not every 2 weeks I work out my bowel movements, but it is related somehow. So super embarrassing. I don't know how we end up talking about this kind of stuff, but that's just how. It's not like anybody's like in the chat listening right now, or it's hundreds of people.
Hi, chat. Hello.
It's just us.
Thank you, Josh Bourboni. We'll talk about maybe IRL stuff in a second, but previously on Sean's Real Life.
Ooh.
I worked out this thing. So as part of like, I need to like, aside from this is gonna sound really ridiculous because like I get all the me time I need with this stuff. I worked out this thing where every second Tuesday I go work out with my good friend neighbor Matt, and he's like this. He's jacked. He's huge.
The legend.
I get to see him like every second week, and it's great to catch up. And a couple of weeks ago, I think it was about a month ago, I was on my way there, and this is like, it's not so often we get to see each other. Every 2 weeks is not that great, but it's what we can muster. And I'm on my way over, and I'm like, I don't know, I think I ate like a bad orange or something, and I can't imagine because we do like this kickboxing thing and stuff. And I'm like, I'm not kicking nothing. Like as soon as I lift my leg, it's just gonna like dribble down my other leg.
It's gonna be a waterfall.
It's just gonna be no good. So I had to cancel, and I was very open with him. Why? I wasn't like, oh, I'm tired. I'm like, this is just it's not gonna work. Moral of the story: always be honest. Second moral: check those oranges before you eat them. Everybody, if they're too soft, maybe they've been hanging on the counter for a little too long.
And don't eat any Arizonian lettuce.
Yes, that's true.
You don't want that. Mm-hmm. We tried. My wife tried we put the, because romaine will regrow, so we put it in water. Oh, I mean, my wife. We put some romaine in some water, set it in the sun, and and it resprouts. It'll grow like probably like half the length of the leaf originally, but they were like, we're too scared to eat it because we're like, maybe this is from Arizona and it'll kill us if we eat it, so we can't eat it.
Boil it. Boil your lettuce.
Oh God. Oh. I hear that's a new craft beer. They have boiled lettuce in the fermenter.
Just add a wad of lettuce, hot lettuce in your beer.
Sean is Link? Is he crawling?
He is. He's been crawling for a little while, but like not your real crawl. He kind of does like almost what that dog on Family Guy does, where he kind of like drags his legs and kind of just like does most of the arms. So he's looking a little like paraplegic kind of crawl, and like sometimes like his
he looks like Jimmy from South Park.
Pretty much. I'm just imagining Link with his stutter now. He just started kind of doing a real crawl. He just started doing that, and now he's getting up on walls and like windowsills and
scaling.
So he's kind of crawling up, and it's really cute actually. I really quite like this part where he's crawling up, and I used to just have this instinct to just grab him, but now he's standing pretty well that I can kind of just like put my finger down, and he grabs my finger, and then we just kind of like, and then I fart, and then we go for a little stroll. I'm like, hey Lincoln, pull my finger.
I'm gonna warn you about the face planting that is soon to come, because because Aiden just walks, okay, he just goes. All of a sudden we went from a kid that didn't walk or crawl, and then he's just that's all he does, and it's like, you're not a baby anymore, you're like this toddler. It's terrifying, but he'll just be, everything's fine, and then he'll just go from being completely vertical to horizontal in like a split second, and just like shaboom.
Yep.
And that big old his noggin just like bounces off the floor, and you're like, oh no!
Oh, twice! Then, you hit it twice that time.
And then what's bad when they get up and they're like, but there's no sound, and you're like, oh god, here it comes. So, brace yourself.
He's starting to wail at a lot of stuff now.
I did have that horrible moment because my dad was FaceTiming me, and I'm like, oh, watch Aiden walk, Dad. And here I've got my phone.
Oh, of course.
He's walking, and then right in front of me, it's like, yeah, I could have probably caught him if I was being a responsible parent.
No, you should have been like, no, get back up. You're embarrassing me in front of my dad. Stop falling. I know you could do it.
Dad's like, see, it's not so easy, idiot.
He's a disappointment, just like you, Jason.
Yeah, the disappointment just trickles down to another generation.
That got dark really fast.
Did I tell you Lincoln's already got his first black eye? Because he thinks he can stand, but he
only had to tell him once, huh?
A shiner, we call those.
Definitely a shiner. But he's like Wolverine. He heals very, very quickly. Oh. But it didn't look so bad. Like he fell, and he's fallen a few times, but he fell and just like instantly, not even the weight, just instant. Yeah! And we thought, oh, that didn't look so bad. And maybe 20 minutes later, we did like a double take look at him. Go, oh, what's under your? Oh, right. Oh, yeah, you fell right on your eyeball.
Ooh, sorry about that.
That hurts, buddy.
Well, I wasn't
beaten and bruised by themselves.
Yeah.
It's their own fault.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to talk about this, but maybe I have to now. My kid, of course, him being almost 3, well, 2.5. He's walking about. He's got that under control. Obviously, he never falls because he can just go running across the yard and just biff it immediately half the time. It takes a while. Apparently, is what I'm learning. Well, I was watching him, as I do during the day, and he was upstairs, and I was trying to go downstairs. For some reason, he was so just wanting to be, like, upstairs. That's where our bedrooms are. Sometimes he just gets like, I want to go jump on the bed. Well, I'm like, no, we're coming downstairs. Like, we can't spend our entire day, like, upstairs jumping on the bed and everything. I want to eat lunch or whatever. So I did the whole... All right, well, I'm going to go downstairs, and you're going to be up here by yourself. And that normally works. He's usually like, okay, I'll go with you. Well, he was dinking around on the stairs, and our dog was barking outside, and I needed to go let him in. So I started walking away, and I'm like, Isaac, you need to get down here. And all of a sudden, I hear the worst thing I can ever hear, and that's that he's falling. He fell on the stairs. I knew it was only a matter of time. At the very top, too.
You fall the whole way?
No. I turned around and I booked it and caught him halfway, thank goodness.
Oh, my God.
He looked more scared than anything. Thankfully, he was more like doing a barrel roll than he was falling head over heels. Otherwise, it would have been much worse. But he looked more scared than anything.
Of a human body going down the stairs. And I haven't heard that in a while, but you never...
It was.
Well,
I felt
the
so
slip,
bad.
of course, when you're going down normally, and then your kind of heel kicks out, and that's when you kind of like land straight on your butt, and there's no stopping you. There's nothing to grab onto.
Momentum.
You like grab your grappling hook and just swing it back up to the top of the step.
Well,
so many times.
These are like wood stairs too, so there's no friction at all. You're just just slipping all the way down.
We have 3 dogs, and so when Chelsea was 7 months pregnant last year, we decided now's a good time to rip up all the carpet and replace it with hard floor. It's not hardwood. It's like a cork. No, it's not cork.
Vinyl, like vinyl look hardwood.
Yeah, it's like it still comes in planks.
Hardwood look.
Yeah. You know what it is. You're a handy guy. You know what it is.
I've been looking at it to purchase for our home in certain.
It's
rooms,
awesome.
Yeah,
because you can just take up. All the stuff around the perimeter is glued down, but everything in the middle is just like. It's so tight that it stays together, but you could actually like take a plunger and just like if you ever damage one of the planks, you just take a plunger and just pop it right back up. It's phenomenal stuff.
Wood look vinyl flooring. That's what I was trying to say. I think
it's really good. The stairs very dangerous though with the metal nosing on it. Very, very dangerous. So Lincoln likes to crawl up these steps. That's what he's really good at. He likes to crawl up the steps. And after about a week of doing this, because I'm right there, like just in case he falls or whatever.
I'm not apparently.
Well. It can't be every time. You're not going to be there every single time, you know?
That's true. That made me feel bad.
Bruises on his shins, guys. Because he's just like, he's so like rough. There's no subtlety or gentle motion. It's just like, and now I'm moving fast. Like, it's like he's skipping frames in his animation. And yeah, a couple bruises. It's just he's just beating himself up, but it makes him tougher, I think.
Builds character.
I think so. Yeah, we're just throwing peanut butter and stuff, and all the so he doesn't get allergies. There's everything at him. Just right in this first year. It's been a tough first year, but I think he's going to be stronger for it.
We're all getting the the folks called on us who are the Child Protective Services. Every single one of us.
Yeah, we're just admitting to all the horrible, heinous things. Just openly, like nobody's forcing us to like tell us all these things.
These guys are just terrible parents. Oh my god! Somebody do something.
Josh is blown away by your haircut.
Yeah. Well, I got.
Oh my god, Rimo's gonna make a GIF out of that, and it's gonna be amazing.
I hope so. I got tired of it. You know. The locks of love. Cut it off. I told the guy. Funny story about that. When I went to get my haircut, I thought the guy looked familiar. Turns out I was telling him a story about how I was so lazy I would just go to the Great Clips across or like 5 minutes away from my house because convenience, and you know you can get in and out of there really quickly. But every time I go there, my soul dies a little bit because I'm never happy with the haircut they give me.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yeah, I used to work there, so I kind of know." And I said, "That's funny because I'm pretty sure that you've cut my hair," because his name's Mario, and that's a pretty not common name. And I was like, "I'm pretty sure you cut my hair," and he's like,
"You did haircuts at Great Clips." Oh, I'm pretty sure you cut my hair before.
Well, I told him, I said, if it makes you feel any better, you're like the one standout that I remember is actually doing a good job. And he's like, "Oh, thank you."
Good
so
save.
just weird. Yeah. I was being serious too. He really was one of the only people.
Could have been awkward.
Super Mario.
Yeah. That would have been awkward. Although, at the barbershop, it's the same one Jason goes to. If they hired somebody who was, you know, questionable somewhere else, I don't think they would do that. They seem to have a good business plan of like not hiring bad people who don't know how to cut hair. So
I always say to people like who cut hair that I don't know if there's anything that mystifies me more in life. How do you cut? How do you just sit? Somebody's right there in front of you, and you're like, "I'm going to cut this part, and then I'm going to cut this part." And by the end of all of this, in like whatever 20 minutes, it's going to look great. Like if I tried that, and I feel like there's no amount of training that could make me good at that. It's just not in my DNA.
You got to think too. Like there was like the first one was the worst one, right? It would have to be. You don't like your first haircut can't be your most successful.
Well, what if they just like nailed it? They're just like, and Jason Lacey pops in and they get their first one. He's like, "Look at this! I'm just set. I got my beard all done up and my hair is all good." And they're like, "Oh, that was good."
My philosophy is I gotta pay the money for the fancy haircut because I mean the hairline just keeps going. So pretty soon it's gonna be gone. So
you can't afford a bad cut, is what you're saying.
Yeah. So relate this like if you're gonna like your legs are gonna fall off, you're not gonna be able to drive a car again. You might as well drive a Ferrari. You know.
It's true.
I mean.
That's true.
You need the best. Pretty sound logic.
Mm-hmm. Do you think hairdressers are ever like okay, so you get beginner's luck as a hairdresser, and you just keep having this success after success, but then it starts to eat away at you, and you're just like, it's coming. One of these times, I'm gonna do a bad haircut, and you know, you go for years and years, and then eventually it happens, and I don't know if you can ever come back from that. Can you?
I don't.
You might have to put up your shears forever and just retire at that point.
There's an episode of Seinfeld, I think, that pretty closely deals with this.
Oh no, really? Dang it!
Yeah,
everything.
Yeah, Jerry always gets a bad haircut, so he cheats on his barber.
Oh yeah. Oh, what was his name?
And then
I'm gonna mix him up.
And then it's his barber's nephew that he gets the cut from, Antonio, I believe is his name. And then Newman rats him out on it. So at the end of the episode, Jerry's got the clippers and he's coming after Newman.
Only Jason is gonna understand this, but I almost got the old guy again, and it was like somebody. I was like, you can go ahead of me, because there's an old guy there who's I don't know.
I feel like he only knows one haircut, and it's like, well, you ready to look like you're going into the service? Let's do it up.
It's how every respectable man should look. He's Bill from he's Bill from King of the Hill. He's a
very opinionated man. He really likes Donald Trump, and he doesn't like immigrants.
I don't care who knows.
That's what I've learned. That's what I've learned from my trips to the barbershop. So
You can't disagree with the man when he's holding a pair of sharp scissors like that.
That is true.
I like to think of like the bullpen of hairdressers, like as they're waiting for the next person to come in, like a bunch of stand-up comedians. Speaking of Seinfeld, they're all just kind of like waiting, and they're buddies and everything, but secretly they're all hoping that the next person just sucks. Like that they all just biff it so that they can come out and be the hero, and they've got the greatest cut. And then they come back and buddy. Yeah, I actually was thinking of that for us podcasters. That like, you know, a lot of stand-up comedians really just trying to make a go at it, and they're all like hitting up the clubs, trying to get their minutes in and get their comedy hours in. And one of them is going to make the breakthrough. Like one of those stand-up comedians is going to like go be the big time, and the rest of them are going to be like, oh, well, he doesn't deserve that. And they all talk shit about each other and everything. Maybe that's us. Maybe we're all just hanging around in the back room.
I talk a lot of shit about you, so I mean, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I was like, this is already happening.
Theory confirmed. Everybody,
as soon as you leave.
Yeah, exactly. You don't have to wait until then. You don't have to wait until then.
Like this guy, I got to stay up late for this guy, and he doesn't even show up until right before. Just like, who does he think he is? Who does he think he is?
Oh no, got too real all of a sudden.
See all that jokingly. See that now?
I've always said every joke has a little bit of truth in it. So basically,
those are the ones that hurt me the most, to be honest with you. Those are the ones that just like cut me real deep. Yeah,
Sean's,
I'll wake
after
up
the
crying
show,
in the middle of the night. I'll just cry with Lincoln. I'm like, hey, you want to cry for a little bit?
I don't think I'm ever going back on with those mean boys. Those mean Fluxtaposed boys.
Those Fluxtaposed.
Ooh, Fluxtaposed.
Okay.
I'm here for you. Jason's the bad cop. I'm the good cop. I'm here for you.
Hang on, where do I go to cancel my Patreon? Patreon.com.
Oh no!
Well, the funny thing is, if you do, it probably will bump us underneath the live show tier, and we're just gonna have to stop.
Then the show gets better. Oh, nice.
Oh, we're gonna hold everyone hostage. You can't cancel your Patreon, or we'll just stop trying. So there won't be any more show anymore.
We could pay up the difference.
He would too.
I know he'd
be like, where do I send the check?
Can I just pick? I don't know if you were in the chat, in the Twitter, the tag, Sean, but Callow.
Probably.
Speaking of Callow, post out. He's like, I'm not at home, but I'm still practicing. He posted a picture of him playing Golden Tee golf.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I was in that one.
Okay, did you see that? And then Chaffee responds, Golden Tee, is that still around? And then the official Golden Tee Twitter responded to our thread.
I didn't see that.
with a meme. It's so yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. I want to pull it up right now.
So that was a fun moment. We were touched by greatness. That is Golden Tee, the official Twitter of Golden Tee Golf.
Well, because he was responding to the PSVG We're Back, the whole Mario Golf tournament thing.
Yeah.
So that's why I was attached to it. Oh my god, that's funny.
I know a few of us were, but I'm not sure if everyone was.
I didn't even realize that was really them. Like it was just a quick scroll.
No,
I didn't recognize like the logo on their Twitter at all. It was weird. That's really funny.
So, further reason why people should join the Mario Golf tournament. We've hit the big time. We're sponsored.
Who took that picture of Callow, do you think? Who do you think he handed that thing to go, hey, I want to post this to Twitter, take a picture of me? Like right in the middle of my swing too.
Based on what I've seen from his office, probably anybody there.
True. So, is that at his office?
No, I don't think so. Because he works for Samsung, and they have arcade cabinets, pinball machines. They have a gaming room for each console.
My God, I need a new job.
Yeah, they've got the life there.
Seriously.
Oh.
One day. Samsung Canada.
If you dream it.
Yeah.
If you dream it, you can be it.
I've always heard the theory though, like you're just gonna hit the lottery, hit that Canadian lottery, and you're just
we don't get taxed on it. We keep it all.
Wow.
But I mean, they're weak ass Canadian dollars.
Excuse me.
Nothing. Wow.
Wow.
Josh supports me. Thanks, Josh. Thank you.
You're Owen Wilson. Wow, Lucas. It just gets better and better.
God.
You know what has gotten way worse? I used to be really good at the Christopher Walken voice. I suck at it. I don't know what happened.
That's another wow.
Everyone's got a little Walken flair, but yeah, that's the toughest. That's like the one I wanted to be able to get a Walken impression down.
Like people used to ask me to do it. Like that's the thing. Like I wouldn't just like walk up to people. Like people used to like do your Walken, and I was like, and then I would try it. I would say no, but in my I'm not going to do it today because it's so bad.
It's so bad. Yeah, I was going to say it kind of came out right there. It's like you can't do it when you want to, but so when you loosen up a little bit, it just
that's
comes
the thing.
out.
I think about it too much.
I feel like ours is just kind of like it's a character all of itself. It's like this over exaggerated.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Wow. You know.
Wow. And what you gonna want to do is get yourself a free range check.
But you got that, but then you get the staccato driven like whisper serious voice. You get to do it. You know.
Oh, I think that creeps me out a little bit when he gets a little too aggressive. Like,
isn't that the
tone
it down?
Mr. Walken.
Wow.
Like what's the scene too when he's in what's the movie he's in with the pool?
We were talking about the
yeah, you and I, Sean, were talking about it. Yeah, Pool Hall Junkies. That was it. I was like, I know I talked to someone about this. Let me watch the video. Yeah.
The Lions. The watch was.
Oh yeah, we watched it after the
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
It was off-air
Lucas,
special.
People are probably dying to know. We've waffled.
I hope not.
What is going on with Z?
Ah, boy.
Is it going to live again?
Well, it will eventually. I just have to be able to work on it. So it turns out I was pulling it apart, and some people may have seen on Twitter. But turns out there is something going on in the timing belt area. Now, this is a car that if the timing belt were to break, it would, it would sound exactly like that. Yeah, there it went from the driveway. I just heard it. Horrible. But yeah, so if it went, it would break. It would blow the engine. So got to be very careful. It's it's called an interference engine. It's very common for, there's still
if
cars
we're
like
gonna
that.
go down, we got to go down to blazing glory, right? We're just gonna go out and start spinning some donuts and burnouts.
No. I'm going to be a responsible person and just repair it, I think is the plan. This car is, sorry. I mean, it is, if I didn't care about it, then yeah, I totally would do that. Like if it was any of my other cars that you've somehow been, looped into helping me on, then yeah, probably, especially that truck that I had.
I say the best is when we're going to fix your truck.
We're going to paint it up and make it look sweet.
Oh, we got all these rust spots. Hold on, I got this belt sander. Let's see if we can sand it down.
That'll work.
You could just probably lightly buff out most of the damage.
Yeah, just put the Bondo on there, and it'll cover it up.
Exactly.
Oh, Lucas, can you describe what's with the timing? But why is it such a big deal? Like, isn't it just like why don't you just take off the belt and put on a new belt? That doesn't sound so hard.
Well, for some cars, that's what it is. Especially cars that are, kind of built around the economy deal. Like it's a economy car. It's something that you're gonna get 30 miles to the gallon, and it's really easy to work on. Although they don't really make those anymore. Really easy to work on cars anyway. So the problem is that, like, for me, I have to remove a ton of stuff before I get to the timing belt. I can't even take the cover off without removing the radiator, the fan, the water pump, radiator hoses and stuff. So, and then, of course, the timing belt is basically what drives your engine, keeps everything, the pistons moving, and then the valves, they share the same space. So obviously they have to work independent of each other at different times. So once it breaks, those two collide and can bend your valves, and it's really bad. And then you got to open your engine. It's horrible. So for me, it's because I have a car that's notoriously hard to work on, basically. When I bought the car, which was almost 10 years ago now, I didn't know a lot about cars. I didn't know how hard it was to work on. I wasn't familiar too much with working on cars. Now, I mean, I love the car. It's like, I don't know how to describe it, but I definitely am a fan of these cars and really love the fact that I own one. I never thought I would. That just kind of worked out in my favor. But now that I have one, it's like, is it worth it to work on it? But I have it, so I'm not going to let it go to crap. So that's kind of the plan now.
I gotta pass this down to Ike someday.
Oh yeah, so he can like crash it when he's 18. Yeah, that'd be great.
I don't know why I have to get this out of my head. I don't know why it popped in there, but when you're talking about like I didn't know anything. I just picture you do all your YouTube research, and then I thought of like bad commercials for some reason after that, and I have to share this on our social media sometime, because whenever I watch AMC, particularly whenever I watch the Terror on AMC, there's this catheter commercial that comes on.
Oh goodness!
It is the most. It is the most hilarious thing, because it looks like a commercial that John Oliver would make to spoof of something, and it's just there's like this old guy in a plane, and he's like,
thumbs up.
My comfort catheter is
top wow!
Notch.
Oh god.
I'm just picturing like, you know how like all those TV solutions types of thing, like how could it get any worse? If only there was a better way. It would be like me all separately. It would be like just they're all walks of life. Me, you, and Lucas, and everybody in the chat. We're all walking up to our separate urinals, and like none of us can pee. Like none of us can just go. We're all looking at each other like, shrug, what's happening? I don't know. I was expecting for stuff to happen when we walked up. And then it's all gray. We're all frustrated. Like the people working on the yards.
You guys get pee shy too?
I mean, if all of us were there, I think I might. I haven't had that situation before. But it'd be more like it's a Canadian thing. We'd be like, no, you go first. You go ahead. Like you pee first.
Even though you're already at the urinal, you're all standing there. Like, please,
we all got our space. Like, please, you start. I don't want to start.
It's very splashy.
Although maybe I do want to start. Maybe the sound of another man. I think weren't the Megadads talking about this recently, or one of they do once a month, so it's probably like a year ago. Talking about hearing another man pee.
I'm still marveling over the story of Elliot smacking Adam in the dick. So it's still my favorite. That's still the best story ever.
Yeah, that's something.
See what you got to look forward to, Sean?
Well, that's the thing, is I've never heard that from anybody else. Like, it's not like it's like a milestone for like dads to hit. Like, like you talk about your kids crawling and then they're walking and they're smacking your balls. Like, that's just what's next. Adam's like, yeah, my kid was playing Zelda before he smacked me in the nuts. Or right on the schlong.
I think that's the progression. Yeah.
Yeah, that's in all the parenting books. Yeah.
Sounds about right.
What to do when your schlong gets hit?
Mm-hmm.
By your child.
Pop. He treats it like a speed bag.
My gosh.
We're talking about cars a second ago.
I was going to say, can I finish in my head, I'm like, I don't have much to talk about. And now we're talking about fucking rocking ball sacks.
Just another day. Just another day for this podcast.
What's his trainer's name? What's his
Rock.
Yeah, I know he says that.
I don't remember.
Yeah, that's his name.
Just coaching on Elliot, just like, come on, Elliot.
Come on, Elliot.
Oh gosh!
Get him right on the dick hole.
I can't believe I can't remember him.
I feel like every cornerman's name's got to be Mick or Mickey.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. I think it's Mickey. Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, I think you are right.
I'm sorry.
Once.
I'm done with
okay, are we done talking about men's testicles?
Wow. For now.
Wow. For now, yes. Let's shelve that.
For now. Yeah.
So, in closing, that's what I'm going to do. No, so the timing belt, I opened it up. I could look at it, and there was divots taken out of it. So there's something in there that's chewing it up. I got lucky because I drove it this way last year for about 4 months. So I'm so lucky it didn't snap. Otherwise, I wouldn't have a car anymore. So that's where I'm at. The problem is that I forgot that I don't have an air compressor anymore, and I forgot that I had to use an impact wrench, the one that goes in NASCAR.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Yes, they are very cool. But I need that to take the crankshaft bolt off, which turns the entire timing belt for everything else. So that's kind of where I'm at. I have to buy tools again. Big freaking surprise. Tools
Rose
I can't
and Sun
really
Garage getting another upgrade.
I know. Brought to you by Harbor Freight. Humble Bundle and Harbor Freight. That's going to be our 2 sponsors. And then lastly, the other thing real quick is that because I saw you had something similar on here, we're going to try to we cordon off one.
I'm a lawn man.
I'm a lawn man, and I'm going to grow some grass. Hopefully, I sectioned off one corner of the lawn in the backyard to try to get my dirt to grow some grass. And
no dirt.
I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we'll have some grass so that we can have a luxurious backyard instead of
and you're just gonna have more crap to mow.
I already got to mow the weeds that are there, which is really hard because
mow the weeds.
The dirt and the grass separation makes it so that the grass is in like clumps now. Like they'll just be regular dirt and then there'll be clumps of grass. So you'll just go from like regular, everything's fine, and then you hit one of these clumps of grass that are kind of up higher than the dirt is, and then it like shears it off to way too short. Yeah, and then you're like, well, there's another divot that I'm gonna have to repair.
My neighbor mows his lawn on like the lowest setting like every 3 days. I don't even know how he mows his lawn because there's nothing there to mow.
It's literally just digging into the dirt. That's horrible.
Does it stay green? I feel like
no.
Last year
it turns brown because it gets scorched.
It's too short. You gotta leave it long.
Exactly.
I bet walking on it's like a bed of nails practically.
He's a weird dude. I mean, they have their SUV that he leaves like the back hatch open all the time or a door open all the time. Like he's getting stuff in and out of it, but he's never in and out of it. I don't know. It's weird.
If I cut it short, I don't have to cut it as much.
You had neighbor Matt. I just have weird neighbor.
Yeah, dummy face.
Dummy face.
Dummy.
I'm glad that spring is back now because I get to do my yard work with Fluxtaposed in my ear. That's how this all started, you guys. The first time I ever listened to Fluxtaposed, I was doing some yard work. I think I was like maybe building some shelves in the garage, and I was like, I'm listening to these guys. I'm like, oh, what's this music in the middle of this thing? I guess I wasn't paying attention a second. They just all of a sudden playing music.
This podcast got so much better.
Oh, they're not talking. Yeah, they're not talking anymore. And now it's back. I always said that you guys were like my yard work, my manly man's podcast, and just you guys talking about beers and cars. And I'm gonna go pull some weeds out of the backyard.
Talking about having smokes, driving cars, and drinking beers.
Yep. Waxing our chest hair, right, guys?
Yep.
Right.
You guys don't do that?
No.
Nah.
I don't.
Oh.
I don't.
Do you really?
No, I don't.
It looks like you do.
Once when I was like, no, it's there. It's just the camera's
there.
not really picking up.
Show the. That's what. Yeah, sure, buddy. Sure.
Nobody wants to
see it.
I
did it one time when I think I was like 18 or 19, and it just like I like broke out, like just like the nasty,
I bet.
The itching.
So yeah, no, never again.
Ugh.
In case you were wondering, thought I would bring that up.
I am.
Well, now you don't have to.
You know what? I hate to do this, guys, but I really have to go to the bathroom, so please continue without me.
That's fine.
So, OC Remix.
Bye.
Yeah. OC Remix.
Bye. Well, we'll take this moment to publicly acknowledge that we haven't done the podcast. Congratulations to you and Chelsea, baby number 2.
We won. We did it. We beat everybody else to it.
You can have that race every day. Go ahead, have it.
What have I done?
We might be one and done.
Seriously?
Yeah. Some days,
no way.
Yeah. Some days we're like, yeah, 1 or 2 more sounds good, and other days we're like, no, 1 or 2 more good. Sounds terrible.
I think Chelsea's plan was to have the next one as quickly as possible before I was able to ever change my mind. She's like, you said at least 1. And apparently at some point I said like 3, and I just need to tell her that like maybe 3 might be too many. Like I just don't know about 3 anymore. But don't tell her.
I'll try my best not to.
Josh Stapleton has 4.
Ugh. No.
I'm pretty sure Chris White is like 9.
Yeah.
It's just that's too many kids.
Well, we learned, what was it, Lucas, where we were publicly, I said I was acknowledging Sean and Chelsea's pregnancy. Baby number 2 is on the way. And then do you remember
mostly she's pregnant.
Yeah, mostly she's pregnant.
Mostly.
90%
so
her.
You and Danette are having like 4 or 5, right?
No, we're going to have 2 max. We're going to start trying here in a little bit, actually.
Oh, so like 15, 20 minutes? Or We gotta wrap this podcast up.
Yeah. I was gonna say we have to wrap this up. Yeah. If you hear my messenger go off, you'll know. I was gonna say we have to wrap this podcast up so that I can wrap this dick up, but then I wouldn't have kids because that's not really how that works.
Oh boy.
And just gonna
did a moment ago.
I'm gonna. Hon, where's the turkey baster?
You just gotta go make a baby. The door barely closes and he's opening back up. Okay, all done.
Come back, just like my shirt's like half off and all unbuttoned and stuff. And
you're like, don't worry, guys. I was pre-gaming before I left.
Josh Borboni brings up vasectomy. I wanted to, while we're on the topic, guys, what are your thoughts on the whole getting those tubes snipped and snippered?
I think it's totally worth it.
Yeah, I think we all kind of have to be. I don't think there's really another.
I don't want to actually go and do it, but the idea of it is fine with me. I'm sure I'll have to eventually.
As I think about it, I think the thing that I'm most worried about is that like the doctor, it's a doctor, right? It's not like a nurse or anything, or not a volunteer. It's a legit doctor.
I think they have at least 5 people.
I think it's a volunteer.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Here's the thing. I think for me personally, and maybe everybody has their own preference for how this goes down. I need like either me or I can't even say it. Either me or the doctor has to have like a firm grip on it all. Like it can't be like tickling it or anything.
Right. You got to be firm with it because otherwise it's just weird.
Yeah, like you don't want to like slip or anything. Like you need to like make sure it's in the right place, or you can't just be like free flowing like dangling.
You want a firm fistful.
Sir, I need you to untuck it from behind your legs. I am untucked. I am not tucking it.
I think in some countries in the world they actually have you squat over a table saw and you just gotta like dip down. Yeah, it doesn't take much. Just a little scorn.
Chat has called for a new Patreon tier on Fluxtaposed, so
the vasectomy tier.
Yeah, the vasectomy tier.
Please, no more kids from you.
No babies. Yeah, you're done. It's the you're done.
You guys are so fucking annoying. We don't want you to reproduce anymore.
What if our kids end up having a podcast together?
That would be amazing.
Wouldn't that be crazy?
I would like it to be like Muppet Babies, and Adam is actually like Nana or Nanny or whoever, and like he's wearing like those socks, like the stockings, and that's all you ever see, and all our kids are just like running around, and like Elliot of course would be Fozzie, obviously. I think Lincoln will be Gonzo because the nose. I don't know. I think one of these days maybe we need to cast the Muppet Babies as the kids of the podcast group, the Super Indie
I like
podcast
it. What was the Beaker?
Beaker.
Oh, everybody thinks they can do a perfect Beaker, like because his mouth kind of like, but nobody can actually do that. It's impossible.
Yeah, no, it's your jaw doesn't work that way.
I know you can't do it.
Now I just sound like Kenny.
Yeah, actually, yes,
the true inspiration.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's the connection.
I love Muppet Babies.
The Miami connection.
Oh,
they went to Didn't they go to the Dagobah? Do you guys ever watch this? Is it just me who watched this?
I think it was Dagobah. I think it was yeah.
That's awesome.
I'm pretty sure. But I
don't think
like
the swampy butthole.
Star Wars. I didn't know what Star Wars was back then, so that was. Because I don't think
it made sense anyways. You weren't like, this is an amazing crossover. You're just like, yeah, makes sense. I guess they're
who they
one
found?
day
you know who they found?
They're gonna say that Marvel Infinity War is the greatest crossover of all time, but this is the greatest crossover.
I think this right now is the greatest crossover. What's happening in the Fluxtaposed?
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
I mean,
I like it. I'm feeling this. I'm feeling it.
I'm
gotta admit right now.
No.
I'm feeling it.
Oh god.
So do we ever start doing the show or anything? Like, is there?
I don't think we've started yet. This is all pre-show.
We kind of slow rolled through IRL. So, I do. We had some feedback in the chat the other week that when we did Netflixation, we didn't really give people a good heads up to properly view the movie before We talked about it because we gave you like a week, and much like us, we life finds
a way.
I don't think you found a way though.
No, you're selling it. You're selling it.
Yeah, selling it. So we thought, okay, we need to determine a Netflix agent tonight, so that way you got the rest of the month to watch it. I just went through my queue, Lucas. I gave you. I said feel free to add. I see you didn't add. So you must be okay
I didn't see that you said feel free to add.
Am I supposed to be in like a document or something?
No. You can just hang out.
Okay.
You're the talent.
You don't get access.
You're the talent. We just tell you what to do. So shut up.
You're the face.
I have important news. I was just handed a McFlurry.
What? I am jealous.
My wife. Yeah, that's what happens when your wife's pregnant.
Boy.
So now I used up all my points. She didn't know that this was that. So now I'm gonna have ice cream on top of beer. I wasn't just drinking a beer.
Oh God, I don't want to
make a beer float.
Ew.
Yeah, I think she's gonna stream. I don't want to direct too many people away, but she's gonna stream at youtube.com/WeTheNerdy.
She's streaming. What game is she?
All the audience leaves.
Yeah. Bye bye. She's gonna play Horizon.
Ooh.
Horizon. Hey, we just picked up that winter stuff.
McFlurry flavor.
What is this?
What is mixed in there? Bah.
You gotta pick a McFlurry flavor. You gotta kill one, marry one.
You gotta fuck one.
You guys have crispy. Oh my God. It'd be so cold.
And I'm not even drinking. I mean, this is the funny thing. Crispy Crunch.
Tell her grab a mic and join the show.
It's Score.
It's Score.
What? And Oreo.
We don't have. Is that SKOR? Score. SKOR.
You don't have Score?
Score.
How am I supposed to eat this in podcast? This is not.
I bet we do in the Upper Peninsula, but I don't think we have here.
Ah, boy.
Score is amazing. Oh, I don't even know how to describe it. It's just so good in my face.
What is it? Nougat? Is it toffee? I need details. Peanuts. Are there peanuts?
Is it toffee? No, there's no peanuts. It's just like a hard, I guess, toffee. What's in Score? Okay, I need to.
We went from Netflixation to breaking
to what's Canadian chocolate.
It started in the United States, later launched in Canada. It has 32 grams of fat per 100 grams. Oh, you guys know what a gram is? It's what all your it's what your drugs come in.
Oh God, I've seen Score before. I couldn't tell you the last time I've seen one. I was always afraid to eat one.
But
the
I've
label
never
always looks like shit.
Buttery toffee enrobed. Wow. This is from the website. Buttery toffee enrobed in milk chocolate makes the bar a distinctively rich treat. Use it in recipes for decadent baked goods.
You know,
I know what toffee is.
Google image search for Score is quite interesting.
Arousing.
There's the candy bar, then there's ice cream, and then there's lots of shoes for whatever reason.
Oh, there are a lot of shoes.
Check out those sweet lights.
Wow.
From dplays.com.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
That looks like that's a fortune cookie with like donut on the outside.
Not just a lot of shoes, but a lot of different types. You've got tennis shoes. You've got boots that have dirt on them. I'm not sure what's happening. Dirt on them.
Well, so yes.
We can't do anything.
Anyway,
I added two things.
How do we want it? Do we want Sean to randomly select?
7.
Does he have the power?
There's not even 7. Well, we gotta get rid of
5. There's 5 to choose from.
7. Okay, so 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Which lands us at 2?
Southpaw.
Southpaw.
With Jake Gyllenhaal.
Hey, he was good in
my favorite gift to share.
Nightcrawler.
The Point. No, the other one.
I can't do it. I can't. Whatever. I don't look creepy enough.
Yeah.
Or maybe I look too creepy. I'm not sure.
There you go, Josh. Southpaw. You have 3 weeks. Watch Southpaw.
Southpaw.
I don't know why I'm megaphoning in my mouth. Oh my God, you guys! I don't even know.
You're not even drinking beer. That's what's sad.
I'm just high on life. High on life, my friends.
My beer made my cheeks red.
I get that too.
Yeah, I'm always red though. Like I'm a little dehydrated. I'm very warm, actually. I don't know what's happening. And if I open up the window, I'm in a basement. I should just like maybe I'll just sit on it. Maybe I just need that on my face.
Hey, why don't you go sit on it?
Just sit on it.
Just go sit on it.
There's a window here that would cool this thing right down, but the problem is that's where the dogs go. Like that's the dog run is right outside.
Oh,
and
so
it just like wafts in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's springtime shit from the winter thaw.
That's the only thing keeping you from dog shit smell everywhere.
It's a small pane of
small
glass.
barrier. Yeah.
I'm hoping this episode gets another outcry from Adam Leonard. Speaking of Adam, on Twitter again about podcasts.
Oh, the one that I said he must listen to our show. Okay.
If you're podcasters, if you're just gonna talk to somebody, just fucking call them. Don't make a podcast.
I thought that's what we were doing. Are we recording right now? Oh no! Okay, no.
Oh, this is embarrassing.
Start over.
You guys can't release any of this.
Yep, I don't authorize any of this, you guys.
I don't authorize any of this podcast. That was my terrible impression. I'm sorry.
Now we're all just doing drugs on the audio podcast.
It's gonna be huge.
See, this is why we do it. This is why we have to do the document, Sean. Because if we just go straight free, all willy nilly, all nimbly bimbly, it's just
wimbly bimbly. Oh, Super Troopers 2. It's happening, guys.
I heard it's not.
Oh,
really? I might have to go see it.
You've got the movie pass. Who cares?
Yeah, I need to go see
everything.
Well, maybe I should.
Cost you anything.
I need to go see that instead of the other one. When I found out it was directed by the director of Geostorm, and I was like, "Oh, God, I'm not gonna watch that."
What more do you want in a film
than Geostorms?
Yeah, directed by Geostorms.
What's a Geo? Isn't that a move from a Pokemon? Geodude? Didn't he do that?
Hurricane Heist. I want that. That's the superior film. And
there's not enough storms in our movies. There's a hurricane. There's a Geostorm.
Can we get a Sharknado crossover between those three films? That's the question.
Oh my God! Ask Tara Reid; she'd know.
The only thing I ever wanted in life.
Paycheck.
At least she's getting.
How much do you think she makes on that? Do you think she makes she makes good coin off of the Sharknado? Does anybody?
I'm gonna go to the Google machine.
I'm gonna guess.
What do you think? What's your guess?
You think hundreds of thousands of dollars?
Are we talking like
I'm gonna say 200,000.
Are we talking about
one movie?
Are we talking about one movie?
One movie. I think like 200,000.
Well, according to this People.com article from 2017, she only makes a quarter of what that godsend Ian Ziering makes.
What's he?
Who the hell's that?
Guy from Beverly Hills 90210.
And how much does he make?
I never got into that.
Well,
he can't make $1 million, so it's definitely not 200,000.
He's the dude. Okay, so this is for Sharknado 5.
The best one, in my opinion.
The budget was $3 million.
Oh God, they didn't spend 200,000 on Tara Reid.
Oh my gosh,
60,000.
Ian Ziering, who is the lead, makes $500,000 per picture.
Jesus.
So Tara Reid earns roughly $125K.
Wow, that's like double. That's like double what a quarterback in the CFL makes. It's pretty good.
Unless you were Doug Flutie, because he's
Doug Flutie.
She didn't even have to
at least twice that.
She didn't even have to act to do that either. She just showed up. All right, whose penis do I have to suck today?
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Controversial. Wow.
Wow.
Cody.
I'm really glad that you said that because that just automatically makes everything I've said so far perfectly fine.
Yeah, this really took a turn. Wow. Wow. Who can?
I'm really earning that explicit tag today.
Yeah, all the dick smack talk we had. Totally perfectly fine.
It's fine when you're not talking about sexual activity, but as soon as you bring that up, explicit
punch a
content
dick.
rating.
That's
hilarious.
Perfectly fine. Suck a
That's
dick.
America. Yeah. You went from America's funniest videos to Pornhub. There's a big difference.
I think. Oh man, I'm just filtering now.
Why?
Hey, come on, forget about it.
Oh,
Can I have my McFlurry now?
I thought you were going in a different direction with that voice.
The A.
Yeah. Cousin! Want to go bowling?
We all know you do the best cousin voice around here. Bulgaria.
Oh God.
What is happening?
Should we just do an OC remix right now, and then we can probably regroup, and then Sean can use ice cream?
Why do I feel like this is my fault? Why do I feel like this is my bad?
No,
sometimes
there's no bad. What's bad?
Sometimes we get together and we go, "What are we even going to talk about tonight?" And we go, "We don't know." And then when it's all done and the verbal diarrhea has stopped, and you're just like, "Oh God, what have we done? Like, we really should have talked about something."
I'm good,
but
I'm spinning the wheel.
What can you? I need to learn this. What is this? Like, that's a legitimate wheel that's spinning right now and making that sound?
Yeah.
I really thought for the longest time that, like, you made a sound effect and then, like, separately we're, like, randomly picking something.
No,
but then I realized, like, it's always at the very end. Like, you time it perfectly. Like, it's a real thing.
Yeah,
you built this wheel and you made it sound like that and everything?
Mm-hmm. I coded
Did you steal the sound effect from, like, Wheel of Fortune from... like the 386 PCs from back in like 1983.
Beep, 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 beep,
yeah, I could just see you like taking your iPhone to like the computer speaker that like is attached to the box. Like you don't have speakers.
I didn't, but speaker. whoever got this sound effect that I downloaded it from some, random sound pack thing.
Mm-hmm.
They may have. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
I want to see a video of like that old. I legit had like Wheel of Fortune like back on our 386 PC.
Dude, I love every time you talk about that because that was like I loved Windows 98. I was like, oh, I gotta put sound effects on all of these, especially like the error messages.
Yep. Alrighty then.
After I saw Euro Trip, I was like, oh, every time I got an email, it's gotta say, mail, motherfucker.
Oh, that's hilarious. I thought I already picked out. Oh wait.
Okay. The first one,
Castlevania must have came up.
Yep, and then the second one was what we already played. Okay, there we go.
You need to build a new one.
Well, I mean, this one only picks Castlevania, so that's part of the problem.
I'm pretty sure it's just reviving the OC Remix podcast. OC Remix should have just made us the official podcast because we do this segment so nicely. We
probably could, honestly. We probably could do an OC Remix podcast for them. Because that's what we need to do is have another podcast to produce. We're talking about The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. And we're having a Gerudo Desert party.
Gerudo Desert? Yeah. Okay.
Sean looks like...
Do we all have to like dress up as a lady now?
I just got to that part today.
Spoiler!
An hour before. No, I already knew it because of Game Grumps, but I just got to it an hour before the show.
I'm glad that part got spoiled. I didn't have too much spoiled for me in the game, but that did, and I'm glad because like
how would you know?
Never would have thought of that. Never, ever.
And
still, I don't know how to deal with Death Mountain or whatever. I don't know how to do the volcano stuff. Like that's where I'm at. It's probably where I'll be for the rest of the time.
I already finished that. Thank God.
Oh, you're just a real good gamer.
Well, I come from
really
I come from the
game.
I come from the PC world. We're all professionals.
Things are pretty
there.
tough.
Yeah, I'm used to.
I'm going to show you how it's done.
Have you ever played a little game called Dark Souls? Yeah, I mean I mastered that, so it's pretty much the bar.
So you're pretty much great at everything.
Have
you guys seen speaking of volcanoes? Have you guys seen the footage out of Hawaii right now?
It's nuts.
I read about it, but I have not seen the footage.
I was there like 5 years ago.
I think Tommy Lee Jones and Pierce Brosnan need to get over there. I need to solve this thing.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh
no!
I just want to go back and say, you know why games don't have crossplay with PC? Because of Lucas fucking Rose. That's why.
Oh snap! Oh, Lucas, you should.
Because I'm too good.
Let that happen.
I'm sorry. No, we can't be seen with the common filth of the gaming world. We're a step above. The rest of you can have crossplay. PC stands on a tier all its own, above the filth.
Mm-hmm. So does like your PC Master Race box come with like a Nazi flag too? Like, is that something that you guys just really like to hang high?
It's optional. It is optional.
It comes with khakis, a polo, and a tiki torch.
And a haircut.
Yeah, optional swastika. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not a flag. It's one of those case badges they used to make in like the early 2000s, where you just like you'd get an AMD CPU and it would come with a badge, a sticker you put on your. By the time you're done.
Doesn't say Intel inside anymore.
Yeah, Intel inside.
The AMD ones come with an Intel sticker. And it's like, nobody will know. Just put this on the outside box. Nobody will know.
Should I intro the song now?
Yeah, sure. I mean,
oh, I'm sorry. I thought we started the podcast.
No, we haven't started yet. This is just
okay.
Okay. I just want you to keep saying sorry.
You are legitimately holding that ice cream to your face.
I know. I'm so
for any audio listeners.
What's wrong with me?
White balance. So, white balance your camera.
Yeah. So, as Lucas stated, our remix tonight is coming from The Legend of Zelda Ocarina.
Oh, that hurt.
Time. It's called Gerudo Desert Party. Our remixer is Ruben6. Again, Ocarina of Time was released by Nintendo in 1998 on the Nintendo 64. It is, of course, the song Gerudo Valley. It is a folk. It's chill. It's jazzy, and it's probably it can't be worse than any of the other stuff we played. No, we like many.
Really selling it.
I'm selling it. So I love the Gerudo Valley song. So I hope it's good. So as always, you can find this remix and many more ocremix.org. We are going to play the remix. We're going to let Sean eat his ice cream, and then we'll come back to do the things.
Damn you, autoplay. I had to. Come on, how could I not? Jesus. I was. Why are you so black and white? You're not muted. You shouldn't be muted. Nothing's. No one should be muted. That's weird because you're all coming through. Can they hear me? Can you hear me? Assuming. Or maybe if I try it again. Ken on here, Luke.
They only can hear you, Lucas.
I am.
Should I just keep talking just to see if it's gonna work? I don't think my camera settings, even though I changed my camera settings, shouldn't have affected that. I don't know a lot of stuff about things. Time to dance. Also, now people can't see how red I am because I changed everything to black and white. Hopefully, you guys are cool with that.
I'm gonna do this then. Check this out.
Not just. Everyone can hear you now. I'm not sure what. I don't know what happened. You don't just look black. Like my filter is just black and white. You have Kevin Smith.
Yeah, Clerks
going on right now.
Mm-hmm. I'm not even supposed to be here.
Oh man, there it is. There it is. Jason's doing something.
I spent the whole song messing with my webcam settings, and I didn't have time to use my McFlurry.
Did you guys like the Jason Lacey filter? That's what
sad.
We found.
Oh
yes. I get in my sweet car.
Don't go down this road. We've got other things to do.
Now your pictures are gone. And it said, Josh says your pictures are gone.
What pictures?
That's the best thing ever.
I'm leaving you behind. I'm in my rearview mirror.
I love how crappy like the cutting, like the cropping or whatever is. Like.
How about this one? Or here, hanging with my boy.
Vladimir Pilsen.
Why is
I'm surprised he's not shirtless in that picture.
Oh, the color. Oh, the color is. Yeah, they did that on purpose, Josh. There's a couple NSFW ones I can't do.
Oh boy. What do you mean? We've already talked about bulls.
That's true, but lady butt, I don't feel good about.
Oh, that's different. Yeah.
I can be on the Mars rover.
This is blowing my mind right now.
Okay. How do I turn these off again? Like that. I think, right? Yep, there we go.
I've done something I can't undo.
Can I tell you guys something you found in the last picture with the nipples that you just had? There's nipples at the top of that picture. Oh. Lincoln has just discovered my nipples. And not in a way like he wants to eat them, but he just likes to poke them. Like he just kind of like he likes to push them like button. And I think he's wondering like, why are those
I need
different?
This to stay on all the time.
That is amazing. How are you doing that? There's so freaking perfect.
There's the stickers option here. It's like this one.
I feel bad for any of our audio listeners.
Oh, that's actually all this. Yeah, true enough.
Yeah,
I want to encourage.
Yeah.
Sean, don't encourage him.
We'll just put it in the episode notes. We'll just say, hey, if you're listening to this after those two mix, just skip ahead for like 10 minutes, and then you'll be good.
Go watch it. Don't listen.
Gosh.
This is just a good way to drive your YouTube numbers.
It's true. That's all we want, really.
How about, Lucas, should we talk a little What You Plan, sponsored by If We Ran Nintendo?
Oh, sure. I like it.
Oh, this is appropriate then.
Sprockets dance.
Pizza power. Oh, no, double down.
Why must you play all audio? Why?
I don't know. It's me.
Sean, you're the guest of honor.
Oh. By my dad. I don't play video games.
What you playing?
You have 3 minutes. Go.
Wow.
I'm not playing enough. I should be playing God of War, and I have not gotten into it, you guys. I paid a lot of money for it, and I'm just not. It's not my game of the year yet, and I find myself like going through Game Pass. I just got Game Pass for $1. You guys might know that I do a show called the Xbox Drive, and on Thursday,
it's a very horse powerful podcast.
Very horse powerful, all 126 horsepower of Corolla, Adam Corolla power.
I was gonna say Adam Corolla.
Adam Corolla power. Yes,
he likes his cars.
I'm trying to get into God of War. I can't seem to do it. This game just landed at the wrong time for me. So instead, I'm going through Game Pass and just playing a whole lot of like games that I would never really want to play, but because they're free on Game Pass. Now, Jason is whose body is that? Whose body are you on?
I don't know. I don't think I can get this into frame.
I tried, everyone. I really did.
That's really, really good.
I like how the aspect ratio is way off.
Sorry, then back to Dad of War.
To be honest with you, Donnie has like really messed everything up for me. And the best thing is listening to basically anytime Donnie does a what you playing, and it's like, well, I'm kind of playing like Mario Golf, and then they'll go off for like 20 minutes talking about Mario Golf and how this tournament is like the best thing ever. I'm so distracted, guys. I can't. My ADD is like way too much.
I'm not doing it. Well, no, I was gonna say I am typing.
I'm in an Aha music video. I can't help it.
I guess what I'm bumbling around to say is that I'm sort of in between games. I don't really have anything that I've really been sinking my teeth into. Yesterday, I had a moment where I wanted to just like go through all the games that I have available to me and just like pick one and then just like ignore everything else. I need to do like some major soul searching with what is my next game, because otherwise I just end up playing like a couple rounds of Rocket League here and maybe like around NHL 18 from EA Access, and it's not satisfying in the long run. So
it's funny you bring that up, because I was listening to I think it was yesterday. I was listening to the Backlog Busters when I was at the gym, and at least that gives you a way to game with purpose. They plot it out. They have to pick a game. They play it for that month. I mean, that's a good thing, but like if I think about it sometimes, I'm like I would do the same thing as you did too. It's like you just go through everything that you have, but nothing really jumps out at you. And do you think, going back to God of War, you think it's because you just haven't been able to put enough time into it to get yourself invested?
Yeah,
but it's because you don't like have the desire to put the time in, so you can't get in. It's like you're putting yourself in a circle.
Well, this is the IRL stuff. I've been so tired lately, and like I thought that like I'm sleeping pretty good and like I'm exercising pretty good. Like all the things are there, eating, everything's great, and I thought I had gotten out of the very tough time with baby and stuff, like where you're only sleeping a couple hours a night. Like now I'm actually sleeping, and before, I guess, I don't know, sometimes if you only get like 4 or 5 hours sleep like every night forever, you're just like that's great. And now I'm getting like tons. I'm getting like 7.5 hours of sleep. Yeah. And then 10 o'clock rolls around. I'm like, I'm more tired now at night than I was then. So I just have to. That's not a good, for me. It's not a good time to like pick up a brand new game and learn all the mechanics and all the systems and everything when it's 10:30 at night. And I could put another hour and a half and try and get into this, or I could just go to bed. So I know that's super exciting to hear, but normally, like, I think, because you're right, like doing the podcasting thing, one of the reasons that I got into it was to put a little structure and purpose around my gaming, so that like every week I had like a reason to go play something new and talk about something new, so that I wouldn't end up like this. But every now and then, even with the structure of the routine of the podcasting, every now and then this sort of hits me a little bit. As maybe I need to game on my PC. Maybe you need to play one of those. I wanted to jump on those May the 4th sales and get like X-Wing and TIE Fighter and a couple of those games. I tend to like pick a couple games at a time. I don't know how I don't have Rebel Assault at this moment.
Oh gosh, you got to get Rebel Assault 2 for those sweet full motion video cutscenes.
No, it's so that's the good stuff. I just need to, honestly, the biggest reason I didn't pick it up is because I don't have a joystick. Like, does anybody have a joystick laying around? Does anybody play with a flight stick or anything?
I still have my original Microsoft Sidewinder.
Yeah,
I had that sweet.
How HOTAS.
Thrustmaster. My HOTAS from Thrustmaster. I had that I got
you
specifically.
Sold it?
Yeah, I got it specifically to play. What's that fancy space
Elite Dangerous.
Game. Yeah, I bought it just for that. I played Elite Dangerous for like 2 hours, and I was like, well, I'm never going to use that again.
Yeah, that's pretty much my experience with Elite Dangerous as well. Like, this is hard as shit, man. Holy crap. We used to play like Mech Warrior with that. Oh.
It was so cool, though. I mean, like, especially with that joystick. It's like I had a friend that even an internet friend, he like decked out his chair, so he had it like mounted on his gaming chair.
What?
So, have the throttle and everything in there, and then you turn off, like, especially like here in my basement, I blacken everything at night, and you could get, it was like super immersive playing like that, especially like if Lucas had it, because he's got the Rift, you can play it, and that's inside of that'd be. So
you had like the throttle and everything there too. Look at that. I just Googled or Amazon. I'm on Amazon right now. I'm like, I don't even know what the hotness is in joysticks right now.
Dude, it was amazing to play like that. Could be able to throttle up, and then oh man,
I kind of want one.
All the buttons though, it was so confusing because you're like, what the hell's the landing gear? How do I reverse the thrusters? I got to put this out. How do I signal this guy? Oh my god.
Do Sidewinder still work? I think that would still be my preferred. Like, you get, because they went USB. That was when USB was just coming out.
Yeah, it has to still work. I actually, that's what I would play. I didn't have TIE Fighter. I had X-Wing versus TIE Fighter. I'd play that with Sidewinder.
A Microsoft Sidewinder force feedback 2 joystick is selling for $1,679. There's 8 left in stock. That doesn't even look like the real one. Is this legit?
You have a Patreon.
Yeah, that'll just take 6 years divided by 4.
Oh God, remember speaking of Sidewinder, look at that ugly. They have the dog bone controller. Too.
I used to have that. I love that controller. So controllers before they went USB, it would almost never work. It would plug into that weird port.
So the Sidewinder I have is like literally, if you go to image search, it's the second one that pops up, like that.
But what about Canadian Google search?
Well, what does that pull up? Like hockey, maple syrup.
Yeah, the second one looks more like a boomerang kind of. Oh no, the second one. Okay, yeah, that's the legit. Yeah, it was a Sidewinder too. Look at that.
Yeah, I think that's what I got.
I remember like that being closer to what the Xbox controller is now, but it's not even close, really. Like in my mind, when I think of Sidewinder, I'm thinking Xbox controller, but that's not what that is. That's a weird hybrid of like a Genesis controller because of the 6 buttons.
Mm-hmm.
I need a joystick. Oh look, even when I search that, there's a Sidewinder there. I need I think Dave Ray's in the chat. I need you to recommend me a joystick that I can get. I think that's what's been missing in my life, you guys.
Then you need to master your joystick.
I need to masturbate my joystick, huh?
Yes. Yes. He gets it.
He
gets it.
I know. I love that show. I used to watch it when I got home from working at the restaurant at 3 o'clock in the morning. That's when undergrads and Clone High back to back.
Yeah.
So in summary,
classic. Yes, please bring us back.
I'm not really playing anything at all. I don't know.
You're playing Mario Golf.
Mario Golf is amazing, and I do intend on if we're at Nintendo just buying a game just at random. I'm seeing a couple great selections that are coming in at $2.50. So I'm glad for that. I feel like I hear myself now, though. No, maybe not. Coming through somebody's speakers. Do you know what I think, though? The other thing that I would like, I keep bringing my Switch up to bed and my 3DS. I'm like, I'm definitely going to be playing something just while I lay in bed. And I haven't been. Like, I don't know. I just can't get the right posture and stuff. I really want to lay down and look up at something. But so what I end up doing is just like I'm on Twitter and I'm scrolling. So what I really need is somebody to recommend a good mobile game. Like, I think that's kind of where I'm at. I'll have my bedtime be
Fortnite, bro.
Oh, just to play some, get my Royale, whatever the shit, beat Thanos, and do the stupid thing. I'll just play with Drake and Ninja. I'll be a ninja in bed.
I can't do mobile games.
No,
I can't either.
And I don't even know why either. That's why I don't have that game. Like I know. I'm looking. I've got a folder with games. And I'm not playing any of them, but I do feel like that's the time. Like I should be playing something. I'm like my mind is looking for an activity.
Yeah.
Masturbate.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really appropriate.
No, I can't do like I brought Mario Golf to bed with me, and I learned the hard way that that's not a good idea because I got into stupid Uber Jason competitive mode, and I was like, nope, I'm beating Donnie's score tonight, and I started at 9:30 when I could have just went to bed and gotten a great 8 hours of sleep, and instead I stayed up till 1 playing Mario Golf.
That's a mistake.
Just kept. Oh god.
And were you like sitting up? Because my problem is like I'm laying in bed, but I'm like laying down, and I've got like one eye kind of like hiding behind the pillow, so I don't really have like full vision and stuff, and I'm all sideways. So I'm not good. Like I can't line up the shot.
I'm like awkwardly propped up, but then afterwards I'm like so like amped up that and then I just lay there for like another half hour. So I got like 0 sleep. I felt like crap the whole next day. It was totally stupid.
We need Mario curling. Can we start a Mario curling tournament? That would be great, guys.
That'd be awesome.
That would.
I want to be the guy who just yells, "Sweep! Sweep! Stop!"
I'd like there to be like a Hockey Dad Simulator 2018 where all you do is just yell at your kids and the referee.
Be like Randy Marsh from that episode of South Park.
Yeah, this is America.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? The best around. Lucas, what have you been playing, sir?
Oh God, let me hit this rundown. Mafia 3. Not much to say other than I just realized that the main character is basically the Punisher, except
Roman.
No, the Punisher, except for he's black and it's 1964. That's the only difference.
Okay, that's a big difference.
It is. It's a bit of a
otherwise exactly the same.
Exactly the same. Well, for instance, spoiler alert. He hangs one of the. Well, he's trying to get revenge on. He was offered from basically the local mafia dude. He was like, "Hey, I want you to run this part of town. Your old man, which isn't really his father, but the guy who brought him up and looked after him. He's getting up there. He doesn't have any more ambition. I need somebody with balls." And he says, "I can't do that to my." He was like a father to me, basically. And so they decide, well, we're just gonna fuck all y'all up then. And so they don't end up killing him. That was like the real story that I hadn't got to when I talked about it last time. And because of that, he's basically got a hit list of all these mafia people and everybody who's affiliated with that mafia. So he hangs one of these guys that he catches from a not a carousel. What's the one that goes way up high in the air? It's a carousel, but it goes. Yeah, Ferris wheel. Thank you. Ferris's wheel.
It's a carousel, but it goes in the air.
You see. So yeah, he punishes these racist bastards for being horrible people, and quite frankly, they kind of deserve it. So I'm not. I don't feel too bad for them. Enjoying it. It's fun. It's an open world game with cars, and I drive sometimes. So what more do I want? Typically,
true.
I'll tell you one thing you can't do in Mafia 3: farm, as far as I know. So therefore, I play Stardew Valley, and apparently I play the shit out of some Stardew Valley on Switch because I've logged some serious hours and minutes into this bitch. I'm in summertime now. It's summertime, and the living is easy, my friends. Actually, it's not. Name? Cornhole. Cornhole Farms.
Gordon said this.
Ironically, we don't grow corn though, so.
Not yet.
Not yet. Not enough money. Corn costs a lot of money. Surprisingly.
Corn's good though. It keeps growing.
Yes, I got I have blueberries, tomatoes, peppers, weed.
Peppers.
But no tomatoes yet. I mean, no corn yet. Good Lord.
How about tomatillos?
Not tomatillos?
Yeah, it's a thing.
It's a thing.
Tomatoa?
Unbelievable. Bananas.
Are you talking about Moana?
Moana? I love Moana, dude.
I thought you were saying Tamatoa, the crab.
Tamatoa. I will sing the entire rap.
Do you know how many times you need to watch that movie to know that guy's name is Tamatoa? They say it twice, and that's it.
You know, the big crab guy.
Yeah.
I
am the great Cornholio.
Cornhole Farms. Cornhole Farms. I got a chicken coop. It's on the way. It's on the way. We're gonna have some chickens.
You're like innumerably farther than I am.
Here's the thing, Jason.
I don't know if that's the proper word to use that.
I like it. But it sounded big and impressive, just like my brain. You thought I was gonna say something else, you sick bastards.
Yep. Thought you were gonna bring back Adam Leonard.
So you said you cleared out the first level of the mine, right?
Well, like the way you get the first, like in the first 3 levels, whatever lets you get back up to the
5. Every 5 levels there's an elevator.
5.
So
now, have you gone
out the first 5?
Have you gone back into them since?
I'd have to play the game again, which I haven't for whatever reason. Because I'm constantly afraid that I'm just gonna f everything up. So there's like this anxiety and pressure to like do good, to get good. So I'm hesitant to like play it. I think for that reason, which is really stupid. But
no, I know what you mean. But I had to get past that to be able to continue, because I felt the same way. But then I kind of realized I was like, you know what, I'm just going to have fun with it. I'm just going to F around. And if I screw my game up and accidentally trash my watering can or something, then yeah, just whatever.
My biggest thing was just like investing every dime. First, I needed a bigger backpack. And then second, I just kept buying seeds. Like, even if it was like ridiculous. And then the last thing that I would say is just make sure you don't buy so many seeds and start planting.
You can't water them
the next season. Or then you're spending your whole day watering them as well.
See, that's what I was worried about. Like, I already can barely do anything without running out of energy. But then if I'm just watering everything and then I can't do anything else, then I don't know how I would make any money.
Better get those sprinklers, boy.
I'm trying.
I have a couple sprinklers. Man, it takes a lot to get those things going. But I have to say, now that it's springtime here and it rained last night, I can actually say, I'm glad you brought this up, because I'm just realizing the relief that I felt this morning when it rained last night, that I don't have to water my lawn, is exactly the same as in Stardew Valley when it rains. I'm like, oh, thank Christ. I don't have to water everything. Like, it was the same feeling inside. That's what
now that you say that, yeah, you're right. That is funny.
Because I had rain here tonight, so I feel that same way.
Yeah, I saw that. There is that stretch, or at least I had a stretch where it rained like rain, no rain, rain, and I was like, damn, I'm getting lucky. But that was my big worry, was that I would make my farm too big and not be able to manage it. But right now, yeah, I've got some cash crops growing. I go out and I mine, but what I was gonna say is those mines regenerate every level. Just so you know, in case you didn't know that, because the way that you phrased it, and everything is
go back and I can get all those rocks and things and shinies.
Well, it's random, I believe. So
also upgrade your weapons if that's going to be the thing that you're doing. Like, and you're getting kind of far down, and you're finding that you're hitting these guys like 17 times. Don't think it's supposed to work like that. Like, go upgrade, and life will be better. I played way too much with a shitty sword. It was like a wooden sword the whole time.
Yeah, there's rusty and a wood sword. Yeah. I found a wooden club in the mines, and I was like, yeah, I'm pretty much set now, because that thing does 9 to 16 damage.
Yep.
And I'm just like, cool. I went from 2 to 4 to...
Please nerf.
They changed that in patch notes 2.9.2. So yeah, Stardew Valley, it's fun, and I dick around with it, mostly because I can play the Switch on my couch and ignore my child. Child Protective Services, please don't come
why you fell down the stairs. You're like, Daddy just gotta give one more season. Isaac, one more.
I didn't catch him, and I was playing my Switch, and I went, huh? And then, went back to playing.
You're like, I lost the fish, you idiot. I had him.
The kid's lying mangled on the ground.
I wanted to get that fish and that little treasure.
You're a little treasure.
Aw.
So, Breath of the Wild. I wasn't going to talk about this, but I played it 1 hour before we started this. Well, no, I played it earlier today, and then I played it an hour before we started this here podcast. And I'm glad I did, because I was kind of, the reason why I started it up was because I was like, I haven't been back to this in a while, and I'm going to get to that point where I started up and I'm like, what the hell was I doing? And I'm going to want to restart because I don't know what's going on. I saved myself from that. I'm back in it. I'm going to probably play some more. So we're golden there. I haven't gotten to I just got to Gerudo Town, whatever, and I'm going to wear ladies' clothes to further my goals. Can we just talk about how weird that is, though? In a Zelda game, that you have to cross-dress to... Like, I'm fine with that. I don't mind cross-dressing. It's just, like, totally a normal thing. It's just like, yeah, you can just dress up as... We
haven't done it really since Final Fantasy VII.
That is true.
The Honey Bee Inn.
Yeah.
Most disturbing thing. That's still...
Very effective.
Very messed up level.
There are some dudes there that... are oversexed.
A lot of weird stuff going on.
Or undersexed? Is it over? They need more sex in their life.
Club Vondersex.
Oh god.
Oh wow.
That's pulling.
Is that Austin Powers?
No, Road Trip again.
Yeah.
Euro Trip again.
Euro Trip. I think it's on HBO Go or something. I was gonna watch it.
I still got the DVD.
The little like secret word, and it's just like what?
He's
Miami
definitely
Wise.
gonna make wind chimes out of your genitals.
Oh. If I haven't already, but what?
I'm sorry. I was just gonna say I forgot I was playing Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze on my Wii U. I don't know how I forgot about that.
Your time is done.
Okay, sorry. I'll go back to my McFlurry now. Jason, what are you playing?
No, I'm not done. I'm not done either.
Done yet?
Because I watched Silicon Valley, and Jason will like that, so he'll approve.
Like that. I'm like 3 episodes behind.
Two episodes.
You know, I thought it's kind of funny because I thought that show was going to suffer without Ehrlich Bachman and T.J. Miller, but then T.J. Miller kind of went batshit a little bit, and then I'm like, the show's actually like I like it a lot better actually without T.J. Miller.
Did you hear about how he like wouldn't really like read the script beforehand and would show up late or sometimes not at all?
Yeah, I think I heard that. Yeah, he would just show up and he'd be drunk or high or both, and just kind of really.
He claims he was never either of those things, and that he was working on his stand-up comedy, and he was doing it so much that he couldn't work on the show.
Yeah, it sounds like he was just phoning it in.
Yeah, really. Well, once you call the police that some woman has a bomb in her backpack on the train that you're on, I kind of stopped believing the things that you say, because that was not true, and now he's facing jail time, right? 2 years or something? Or at least he definitely got caught. I know that much.
Yeah, I don't know what'll happen with that.
Well, he's a star, so probably not.
When HBO announced it, because he had a stand-up special on HBO, and I was like, oh, cool, and I was like, oh, I'll try to watch that, and I gave it a good 5 minutes, and I was just like, I just can't anymore. Like for me, his comedy is not good.
Mm-hmm.
Is it raunchy or all over the place, or like how would you describe it in as best as you could in a short?
It was just stupid, really. I mean, like, I don't even know, like, his jokes just, for me, all his material is just falling flat. Yeah, and he kept obsessively drinking his water and like dumping it all over himself, and then he was constantly like spraying the water, and it was just like, it got old. It was just old.
Oh, he's doing the old what the hell is going on with that guy? Joaquin Phoenix did that once, and well, we see how that worked out for him.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, I'm enjoying it. I was actually like, I need to start the show because I miss it, and I started it, and I'm glad I did because it is funny. I love the
as long as Dinesh and Guilfoyle are still there.
Yes, I was just gonna say I love the Tesla stuff that's going on.
Oh god, Jared's good too.
Jared is always great.
Can I just interject here? Like, I saw someone on my newsfeed that we went to high school with bought a Tesla. I was like, okay, it's time for me to unfollow you now. you don't show up in my newsfeed anymore.
The Tesla has an insane mode, so
he's like, oh, I can't wait. It's going to be delivered in 2 days. It's like, okay, F you. I'm done. I don't need to hear how awesome your life is. Okay. Sorry, you don't know what to do with your extreme amount of disposable income.
Yeah,
it sounds like he knows exactly what to do with it. He's going to buy a Tesla.
I mean, I would too, but I'm not.
Now he gets all those sweet parking spots at the movie theater right up front. Right. lastly, so I can get off. So I can get off. That's weird.
So you can get off.
So I can be done with my
so
what you play. Yes,
2.
exactly. Oh, I am striking out on these damn movies on Netflix, dude. I tried this one that was on my queue called The Devil's Candy. It's supposed to be really good, apparently. It's about a painter who they buy a house, and I don't know, some horrible demons enter his paintbrush, and he paints things. I don't know. No, that's not really what happens.
Oh, I was like, are you serious? Because that looks like a movie that should be a Netflixation then.
That should be an anime. It probably already is.
What are my Japanese animes?
So they buy a house though, and there's like a demon or I don't know, the devil, I guess, and his candy is there, and he
El Diablo
partaketh of the candy, and now he's going crazy. I couldn't get into it. I got about halfway, maybe a little less than halfway. I can see why. It was on the freaking Netflix's what's their classics one? Not classics, but the critically acclaimed. That's why I checked it out, because it was on there, and I'm just like, I don't know why this is
the Google machine.
I mean, it's not
a boy.
I don't know if anybody else would call it critically acclaimed, but it definitely was under the that moniker in Netflix, and so I thought, all right, it's time for me to watch this thing.
Hey, there's people I've heard of in the movie. That's always a start.
Yes, it's got that guy who has that eye problem from Identity, where his eyes go back and forth.
Nope.
He's bald. He was in
Ethan Embry looks like a creepy ginger Jesus.
Yes, he's got. He looks very greasy in every single scene. It's like, do you ever shower? I get you're supposed to be like this creative, painterly type person, but like, take a shower, mix in some like conditioner once in a while. Sean's just like.
He's so lost. It's not even funny.
He looks like the character. Like he looks like one of the characters from Far Cry 5, and I haven't played Far Cry 5.
yes. All I can say is I thought it was going to be good, and it wasn't. And that's another movie that I struck out on, because I've tried. I started Power Rangers and didn't the reboot, and I was just kind of like meh on that one. That didn't even happen. That didn't even happen.
That's disappointing.
Bryan Cranston was in there for like a second because he plays Zordon. But other than that, from last week to this week, I'm just like, I'm done. I'm done just trying movies. I'm going to be on HBO Go. Only play the ones that I've ever actually heard of and just missed in the theaters, and that's it.
Scott Pilgrim's on there, so I might finally watch that for the first time ever.
I've always been impressed by the way you guys just like watch movies. Just like, I'll just try this one. Like, I'm not doing anything else, so I'll just spend 2 hours doing this.
It's a struggle though. I have to, in my mind, I have to go, I am not going to play games this night. I am going to watch a movie.
That's the worst part. Here's the thing though, like where most people would say this movie's god awful, I'm done. I go, nope, I gotta see it through.
I've already invested 30 minutes.
No, I'm with you on that. I don't think that I can't remember the last time that I actually like just shut something off or even like walked out of a movie.
I haven't walked out of a movie.
I feel like there has been one, and you'd think that it would be memorable and that like it was one of the only ones. I can't remember it though. But like
my entire family almost walked out of Into the Woods.
Oh really?
Because we didn't know it was a musical, and then we sat down. And I was like, the singing started. The singing's not stopping.
Oh yeah, it's like, oh, you think it'd be done by now? Oh.
Again, because apparently that's what I'm gonna do tonight is quote Eurotrip. It's like the line from that. I saw a gay porno once. Girls never came. Girls never came.
Can I just say The Devil's Candy has a 90% on Rotten Tomatoes for critics and a 64% audience score.
Yeah,
which
that's about right.
Rarely happens.
Okay.
Yes, that's the real problem.
I mean, although I did watch Wolf Cop, and that was rewarding in many ways.
I would rather have watched Wolf Cop.
I mean, if you ever wanted to see werewolf sex, you got it in Wolf Cop.
When do I not want to see that? Always.
That's the right question. That's the right question.
Wolf Cop 2 coming soon.
God, I hope so.
Just like the most random movies. So, like
I want a sequel to. You need to watch Turbo Kid. Probably the best movie Michael
Turbo
Ironside
Kid's
has
good.
ever been in. Oh, it's good. You'd love the soundtrack. I'm gonna tell you that already. Lucas, give him a sample.
I listened to the soundtrack even now. I think he actually. I am loading it up. I think he actually does. It's like Le Matos or something, and no, never. And he does. He did like the entire soundtrack, but also was the. Words are escape. Yeah, Le Matos. He also was the
like Mad Max and Speed Racer wrapped into one.
Yes.
Except for no,
but
not as much cars.
Touch of Tron in there too, maybe.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, this is about right. The soundtrack for this movie poster I'm looking at.
There's no reason why. Of course we like
cinematographer. That's the word.
Oh wow, that was a long struggle. Kept with
yeah,
it though.
Sorry. I've had a lot of Genesee beer.
When I start chair dancing.
Generic label.
How has that been for you? That is the beer of Skinny Matt Knight's people. I mean,
it's
that's true. Publicly acknowledged.
It's like a light beer,
yes.
But it tastes decent.
One out of every 4 geologists recommends Genesee.
1 out of every 4.
And Matt Knight's that one. We love you, Matt.
Yeah, so there you go. There's your taste. There's your taste of greatness. Is anyone still here? I don't think anyone's here besides us.
I don't care.
They come and go.
Me too.
I would recommend they do that too. As for myself,
wait, I'm not done. I'm just kidding. Oh. I'm just kidding. Go.
Jesus. I think I've talked about it before. Can you imagine if I was drinking tonight? This would be great. I've talked about it, I think, before on the podcast, but it's on Netflix. My Next Guest with David Letterman. I cannot recommend that. I cannot recommend that enough. Like, I never really watched Letterman that much, but I could listen to him interview anybody. It's just phenomenal.
How many episodes are you in?
I'm current.
Okay, I found that like the Obama one was like spectacular.
Oh my god, yeah, the Obama one's amazing.
Actually amazing. And then I can't remember if it was the George Clooney one or who the heck was he talking to after? What's the most recent one?
Most recent one
was he talking to Jay-Z? Oh, I haven't seen that one.
Jay-Z was last month, which I had never like listened to Jay-Z in an interview, so I knew like zero about Jay-Z. I walked away with like that one. I was like, wow. I have mad respect for Jay-Z.
And I just sort of like wanted him to just keep talking. I really felt like probably for the first time ever, I felt like I could see Letterman's like gears turning in his head. Like, how do I interview this guy? What's my next question? Like, he really, I felt like struggled to come up with the next thing. But yeah, normally I'm right with you. Like, but I felt like those last maybe it was a progression or a decline. After the Obama, it's just like
there's Obama and then Clooney and then I'm going to forget her name, Malala, I believe was the 3rd episode, and then Jay-Z, Tina Fey, and then I'm really pumped for next month, which is Howard Stern. I think that's going to be really good.
Oh my god, that's not even fair.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. So I'm literally
it's a good show, man. Yeah. And monthly is perfect.
Monthly, yeah. So can't recommend that enough. And then I was like, oh, I'm gonna play a game I should have probably played years ago, like what, 2 years ago I think it came out, which is Doom.
Yes.
And oddly enough, you know, I could play it on PC. If I will say this, if I had a 4K TV, I would be playing on my Xbox because I think that'd be the best way. But no,
but your movement looked nice and smooth playing on a mouse and keyboard.
No, I'm playing on the Switch.
That was on a Switch?
Yeah, I'm playing the Switch version.
Whoa. Are you okay?
I noticed that when you said
chatting.
That. Yeah, because like I didn't have for whatever reason my streaming app was displaying my Twitch chat and not the YouTube chat. So that's why I was ignoring you guys.
Yeah, Ribo and I were in there.
Yeah, and I saw you ask me like, oh, what FPS are you getting? And I was like, oh, I bet Sean must think I'm playing PC, but no, I
thought for sure, like it wasn't even like the frame. It wasn't even like, dude, my mind is blown right now. I thought for sure you were playing on a PC. Holy crap! kind of need that on Doom. I had it on PlayStation and on Xbox. I think that game is awesome, dude.
Yeah,
it is good.
It's like, I don't know why I slept on it, you know, but like it's just like it captures that old school feeling, but it's not. I mean, it has a very like the rhythm it gets you in is pretty. I mean, it does feel repetitive, but it's still fun because you enter an area, and then enemies just kind of spawn in until you kill them all, and then you clear the area and you move on. But then like the soundtrack is just badass and just pumping in your ears, and it's just like my like one of the coolest moments I had in video games lately. I like hit a jump pad. I'm like flying in the air, and as I'm flying through the air, I like rocket a Doom, like right in the face, and it's just so rewarding feeling. And then I don't know.
That game, the reason that game reminds me of the first one is because it does a progression of two things, like just like the first one did. The first is like as the enemies get like crazier and like bigger and scarier, like, you know, there's always something new to experience with the enemies. And then like right after that is where you find like the giant weapon to take care of these dudes. And like,
yes,
that has been completely lost in first-person shooters. Like getting a new weapon and having it like in your hands for the first time, you're like, this thing looks amazing, and I'm just gonna rip shit up with this thing.
Yeah, that whole game too, when you find out like, oh, is that the BFG? Is that the B? I saw like the slot, like, oh, I want that, and then you get in, you're like, yes. But I've played it docked, and I have played it handheld too, and I think I feel like I remember hearing some reviews that there was like some slowdown and maybe some frame issues. I can't really tell you any instance where I noticed it enough where it detracted from my gameplay. I will say, like, especially when I'm playing here on this monitor, I feel like the textures are a little grainy, and they kind of have like this weird like it's like this blur. Weird, yeah, and there's like this weird depth effect from it. But I think that's all due because, you know, the way the scaling, you know, how they're scaling the textures ways. But I mean, it's still like I feel like I'm playing. I would say it feels like I'm playing like if I was playing Doom on Xbox 360. You know, that's kind of how it feels a little bit. But it's just, I don't know. There's something about like the fact that I was sitting there at my desk at work on my lunch break, and I was playing Doom propped up on my desk with the Pro controller. I mean, that's something
the future.
That you're
living in the future.
I mean, that just, then you're just like, oh, you know, it doesn't matter. But I mean, yeah, it runs great and it's fun to play. And I'm playing through the library, like we always talked about, the local library. So,
our library doesn't have Switch yet. I don't think so. Maybe I haven't checked in a little while.
Yeah, I forgot that they had them, and I finally was like, oh, let's do that. And I get games for 3 weeks at a time. I was like, well, I can totally get through Doom, so I'm hoping to finish that off. And then I made the mistake of getting this bad boy too, Xenoblade.
Oh, what are you doing?
So, because I've wanted to play an RPG for a while, and everyone's like Aaron Nasty Boots was like, oh, you got to play Xenoblade. Caro, let's face it, Caro's lost like 2 years of her life in
6
Xenoblade
lifetimes.
too. So I was like, I've never played a Xenoblade. I definitely aren't going to just buy Xenoblade. So I was like, oh, I'll try it for free. So
that's what the library's for.
I played through Chapter 1, finished that Chapter 1 today. So I've played the game for 2 hours, and I think I've actually played the game for like 25 minutes. That's what it feels like.
Right. Yeah.
It's just very cinematic, you know, which is cool. Like the story has been cool, and I'm actually at this point I'm a little more surprised that I'm at the level I'm enjoying it. I don't know. With that said, I don't know if it's something I'd still purchase, just because there's going to be so much else coming out that I don't think I can invest into Xenoblade. So I might just keep checking it out, you know. Once
I don't want to alarm you guys, but I've just learned that my library card expired. I need to go renew my library. I'll be right back.
Oh no!
You heathen!
I know. How am I supposed to?
Heathen!
How am I
supposed
to
renew
take my
it
son to the
before it
library?
expires?
That's true. But I tried.
Our library has a program for kids that's it's $1,000 by kindergarten. So.
Oh, that's a really good idea. I gotta tell you, man, when I was a kid, I still have like really good memories of being a kid going to the library, like either with school or with like my parents during the summertime and stuff. Like it was just going to the library was amazing. First of all, books, awesome, but also VHS tapes of like Don Cherry's Rock'em Sock'em. Can't remember what it was called. Is that what it was? Rock'em Sock'em? Rybo can help me out here. But like hockey highlights just on videotape. Now you go YouTube and whatever, but you go home with like the best saves of the year. Like that's what Canadian kids, they went to the library and grabbed like hockey highlight tapes. It's good times, man.
I think that's the thing that people still haven't associated with. Like I remember when the first time I went to the library, and it's like, wait, they have all this digital media you can get, but
they have compact discs.
Yeah, compact discs. They have computer software you can check out. They have comics and weekly comics plus trade paperbacks. They have audiobooks. They have games. They have movies. They have Blu-rays. I mean, there's a ton of stuff there.
Our library has computers that I've legit watched people play Overwatch on. Like, people are sitting there playing Fortnite and Overwatch on the computers at the library. It's like, holy crap.
I just got those dudes that are there all day playing weird Flash games. There's nobody there. I see a lot of Farmville. A lot of Farmville. Oh, God.
Oh, no. That'll get you kicked out.
Rybo says you tell the truth, Sean.
Rybo and I are brothers, even though he lives we're in rival cities. It's like Springfield and Shelbyville. That's our relationship of our towns.
What was Shelbyville's mascot always?
I'm thinking of
the Isotopes, but I don't remember.
I was thinking the Atom dude. So when I go to Rybo's town, his fire hydrants are yellow. It's weird. Oh. Actually, ours are yellow. His are red. Weird. Like, that kid said radical. I say radical.
That's a good Millhouse.
Oh, thanks. Like, I quit. I'm out. Bye.
Oh, that's gonna be an awesome GIF. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's gonna be good.
Let me try to get it. Rybo, you get this one.
I feel sorry for Rybo having to scrum through 2 hours of this shit show to get all the gold. There's a good moment in the beginning where I have this giant novelty-sized water bottle I drink out of, but if when I'm drinking, if I bring it down too fast, the water backsplashes and hits me in the face. So I totally did that at the start of the podcast. So go back and check it out if you want to see it. Well, shall we do the community grab bag? Bag?
Do you want me to start up some smooth yes?
Out of here.
Hang on, let me tweet at you guys
before we hit the 3-hour mark that Sean was joking about. But we could pull it off still.
How did that happen?
I think we talked about Adam Leonard's.
When we film without requiring tape, like when we can record digitally and we have unlimited space. If we ran out of tape, we probably would have been a little tighter.
Yeah, that's true.
I can't deny that at all.
Grab your community by the bag.
Ooh.
This is like late night.
I like it.
Okay, good.
Dan Anthony, our man on the street, he's back again. And I've seen this story make its rounds in a couple outlets this past week, and that is this is coming from Deadspin. And Dan likes to share the thrill of mystery was Dan's comment here. Headline, this is coming from Deadspin. Mystery high school football field pooper turns out to be the school superintendent. So
a school superintendent.
Oh,
it's a rival school.
Rival schools. Oh, okay. Yeah. So
rival schools, best fighting game on PlayStation 1, by the way.
So he was showing his school spirit by pooping on the other school.
Yeah.
That's how you do it.
I can get behind that. So this happened in New Jersey. So
that
if Bobby was
half
alive,
of the equation.
Ask him what goes on there. We'll have to ask Joseph.
I would have guessed Florida.
Florida man. Someone was repeatedly taking a dump at the football field and track complex at a daily basis. So they put a cop on it, and sure enough, this guy, Tom Trama. I can't even pronounce that Italian last name.
Tramaglini.
Thomas Tramaglini.
Tramaglini.
Lewdness and littering for his defecation. He lives about 3 miles away. Though it is unclear why he was at the school's athletic fields at 5:50 a.m., he was arrested. Well, we have a guess. So he's on paid leave from his $150K a year job as superintendent, and he's going to go to clean.
I don't think there's anything nastier than that.
Yeah, we had a truck. It never happened while I was employed at one of the logistics companies I worked at, but one time we had a driver that was really pissed off because he was waiting really long to get unloaded at a facility. So he just got out of his truck and right in the middle of the parking lot, just pulled down his pants and took a big steaming dump right there in the parking lot.
This is what I think about you guys.
I don't know, but I have to say that's kudos to you because I wouldn't be able to perform in that situation. I just would be.
That's true.
I would be too. I just couldn't do it. You know.
I gotta be at home for that.
Question remains, of course, why? Toilet problems at home? Was he angry at his district's high school? Barely? Losing to the Homedale last football season? Leave your theories in the comments below.
Maybe he wanted to be armed.
I like this. I
Top
like
comment.
Yes.
You got it?
More like pooper intendant, am I right? What else do you really need to say at that point?
I don't know how Dan. I am amazed at your ability to keep finding this. Dan has given us such gems over the years as a robbery thwarted by dildos.
Thwarted.
I
remember
this pooping one.
The poop train. Don't forget the poop
Was that
train.
him or Callow? I think that was Dan. Was the poop train?
Can I just say I think that Dan Anthony sounds like a cologne, or a pair of
scent?
jeans.
No, not just a cologne, but a scent for men.
Yeah, Dan Anthony cologne. A scent for men.
A scent for men.
Ooh.
But no, not a scent, but like one word, a scent for men. Like I'm ascending.
Oh, ascending.
Oh,
dang!
I play with him.
If he doesn't have that as his Twitter name by next week,
that's it. We're done.
We're done. And
right,
Sean, this last part was brought to us by Kevin Austin, specifically because we wanted your.
Oh God, yes.
Oh, excuse me, Nathan. I forgot by Nathan.
Yes, Nathan.
Voice Ed.
We wanted your Canadian angle on this. There's a theory that's going around.
True crime,
this article from The Guardian that Avril Lavigne is actually she's dead. She's been replaced by a clone named Melissa. And we want to know how you Canadians can craft up such things.
What else are we gonna do? We all have to go into like hibernation for 9 months out of the year. So we have to like we drum up some fake gossip. Like these are the tabloids. The Canadian tabloids are all about like what Chad Kroeger and Avril Lavigne are up to, and the guy from Our Lady Peace.
Oh gosh, I forgot. I forgot all about Our Lady Peace, man. Back when I was watching. When I discovered Much Music, I was like, oh, they actually play music all the time.
And that was the funny thing when you said, like, we need your Canadian perspective on this. I'm like, aren't you guys Canadian? Like, I think of you guys as being Canadian. I don't know why.
We're about as... Between us and Minnesota... I mean, Minnesota's probably got us beat, but we're second for sure.
So the Megadads are more Canadian than you guys are? Is that...
They're in terms of geography, they're further north.
Man, we should have won a couple more battles, I think. You know, when we fought for that line.
You could probably buy Minnesota from us at this point. I'm sure anything's for sale.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I do hope that Avril Lavigne is safe. I think she's okay, but that's like you guys have like Elvis Lives, like we've got Avril Lives.
Yeah,
everybody's going around.
Tupac. He was in Home Alone. Elvis is totally at Home Alone.
Yeah, that's true.
I had never heard this before. This specific article is from 2017, but I just love it. Like she body double named Melissa, and then Avril died, so the record company replaced her with Melissa full time, and then they're like how look at the red carpet shots. Avril wears trousers. Melissa prefers dresses and skirts.
Amazing.
The facial feature differences, and then. I believe she even left clues in songs. Let's just slipped away. The day you slipped away was the day I found it won't be the same. And there's a publicity shot where Avril has Melissa even written on her hand. It's spooky.
Oh,
I like this. I like this at the very top. It says, "What could possibly explain the small changes in Avril Lavigne's appearance that took place between 2002 and 2016? I don't know. Maybe age."
Yeah,
maybe age is the small changes.
Because she was like 17, wasn't she, when she started? So
yeah, pretty young.
The fact that she wasn't a teenager and became a woman.
Yeah.
Here's my favorite though. In the same article that has other celebrities that this has been linked to: Paul McCartney, Beyonce. But the best one here is Taylor Swift. I just have to read it.
Yeah, that one's good.
Moving away from the clone replaces celebrity genre, Theorists believe Taylor Swift is, in fact, the clone of a former satanic priestess. Seems reasonable. The theory, which dates back to 2011, claims Swift is an Illuminati clone of Zena LaVey, the daughter of the founder of the Church of Satan. Essentially, the two look similar. There are thousands of videos on YouTube comparing the two, which means it's true.
Essentially, what it comes down to is these two people look very much alike, so obviously one replaced the other.
Yeah, and I don't think she looks anything like her. But the fact that we've said that Taylor Swift is a reincarnated satanic priestess, I think that's
awesome. That's just there was a good rumor going around that Cisco lived in our city, and everybody believed it. And apparently he addressed it and was like, I don't know where this started from. I don't even think this guy looks like me. Like, so there was pictures of him like hanging out at the West Edmonton Mall, but it wasn't him. And it's just probably just a little racist.
You brought up more names tonight that I ever. That's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
She's been dead for 10 years.
Obi-Wan. I'm Deckard Cain. Wow, I just became Deckard Michael Caine, actually.
You did a little bit.
That's amazing. Can we all play Diablo sometime? Can that be a thing?
Yeah, I have the third one.
I have the third one.
I also have the third one.
I have the second one still.
Ooh. Wow.
The good one.
You go in the desert in that one.
Actually, the third one would be good if I had the DLC.
Mm-hmm.
So when it gets released on Switch and announced at E3, then
remember when I logged in and I found out that somebody hacked my account?
Oh yeah,
I was like, yep, never playing this.
Didn't they steal your character?
They stole all the stuff off my character, but weirdly I was like level 99 though. It was really weird. Remember that? Because it was like a higher level, but I didn't have anything. Level of your
character and like farmed all your gear.
It was
and
weird.
They just left a note of this guy going like
You didn't say the magic word.
Jesus. Clever girl.
Hold on to your butts.
I'm just gonna wag my finger for the rest.
I feel
of the
like
show
this is like an early Mario, like GameCube Mario, like level select song or something. I don't know. Even though you don't really select levels in Mario.
This is venturing into Persona, actually.
So does that mean we gotta have some weird penis monster now?
Yeah, I think that was Catherine. I think that actually happened.
That game?
No, it was a vagina. You were running away from a vagina.
In Catherine?
Yeah.
I never played that one.
Yeah, don't.
Now you want to.
Oh.
Yeah,
now I don't know. You're telling me about vaginas, and I'm like...
The block tower and vagina monsters.
Tell me more.
It's the best block tower vagina chaser game I ever played. Of all of the ones in that genre.
I mean, it
Lucas,
really... What?
Here's what I want you to do. Before the episode, I want you to do a little preview clip, but I want you to put that line from Sean right there. Block tower, vagina, running...
Look.
I deserve that. I deserve that.
Block tower, vagina...
Because I don't think anything captures the essence
whatever.
of this episode in one statement. I think that line will do it.
I don't know why you guys have me on this show.
You're like immediate regret.
I know. I think it's a regret for everybody else. Like, why do we ask this dude on his show?
Hey, all I'll say is there's still people in the chat, so that tells you something. We're making magic here, folks.
I have a window open on my PC and on my phone and on my work phone.
Hey, as long as that poop window isn't open.
Plus Ribo.
Plus Ribo.
Well, yeah, we started at 9:30, dude.
Should we officially be done now? Should we wrap it up?
Has this been 3 hours? Wait, no, this is 2 hours. Yes,
we still got another like 45 minutes to go, guys.
Let's. Well, we'll release that as after show.
We have the after show.
Podcast.
Yeah. Well, I got to be on board with video games at 12:15, so we got to wrap this up.
Do you really? Kidding.
No.
I thought for a second I was like, "Oh wow, are you really?" Because
no, I don't get invited on other shows.
You got invited on 3-Bit Losers?
They invited you first, though.
It's true, but I mean,
I would do the same. I mean, I would do that too, but I'm just saying.
I said no because I couldn't do it. I couldn't.
I pretended to not.
You got a Nintendo Switch pen?
I got a Nintendo Switch pen. I read all my notes for We the Gamercast with this pen.
Holy!
I got it. This was from Comic-Con, I think. They had a little Comic-Con!
Comic.
What is? There's a GIF. If somebody makes that a GIF and then draws you to turning Super Saiyan over it, I will pay them $5 from the Fluxtaposed account.
Challenge accepted. $5 for Patreon in your pocket. Makes Sean Super Saiyan again. All right, Lucas, let's play the outro music.
We gotta go out on something better than this. Come on, get out of here. This is better. I made this.
You made this. Lucas didn't make this. Well, in essence, yeah, that is what you get from Fluxtaposed, where the podcast content's made up and the opinions don't matter. Yeah.
You know when I said, like, you know when you've made, like, the pinnacle of your craft and you feel like you can't do any better, so you might as well just quit? I think we found it.
Was that like last week? Last week was the pinnacle?
Yeah, last week was the yes, exactly. Last week was the pinnacle. This is the show that this is the show where you realize we really should have not done another one.
This is the show where the network pulls the plug.
You should have respected the refractory period. Not trying to force it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, in this day and age, everything goes 2 more seasons than it really should. So just look at The Walking Dead. That's like 8 more seasons than it really should.
I was about to make another undergrads reference, but it involved sperm banks, and I just didn't want to go down that road. So I'm just going to verbally talk about the gag completely instead.
I'm just going to tell you what it's about.
Yeah. So on that note, if you'd love to support the show, you can head over to patreon.com/Fluxtaposed. Like these awesome people below that we'd like to thank every week. Our operatives of awesomeness. Oh my gosh, Sean Capri, he's even here right now.
Wait, I do what?
Yeah, you still do it. You didn't cancel it yet.
Yeah, we stole your bank account.
We got that. Yeah, auto renew. Edwin Callow, Tyler Rowland, Nathan Horton, and our executives of excellence, Josh Bourbone, Dan Anthony, and Siri Renee. We thank you all for your support each and every month, even if we don't understand why a lot. But yeah, block tower, vagina running, whatever. We're gonna end the show now. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Hopefully you come back next week. If you're not, we understand. Please understand.
I would.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
I love you all.